I mean, that's crazy. Good friends, of course. And now here for elimination, they're going to have to bring one of them down.
You know, we also talk a little bit about this new addition of Ethan, what that does to Dicey, what does that mean for Asuna. But I think really the highlight story today for 100 Thieves has been Hiko. Clutch after clutch after clutch. His positioning is on point in the retakes and in the post plant on the defensive front. Yes, we saw that absolutely nasty ace on bind, but Hiko has been so consistent in a 1v many scenario. And that is a scary thought for T1. You know, they've been a little bit, rocky, especially up against FaZe, taken down 2-0. This is going to be a lot for them to overcome up against the 100 Thieves.
T1 100 Thieves, map number 1, pistol round underway already. Fault lines exchange over towards A Lobby. Spider's getting a little aggressive. Yes, he gets a couple tags. He has the tailwind out. And he spots the hit coming before it even starts. That slows things down for 100 Thieves.
Got the Frenzy in hand, no armor. We obviously know that this is the most recent patch, 2.03, the Frenzy patch, where it has gotten a little bit more expensive, and the changes to the Stinger as well. But still, having that in the hand here for Spider, already using the Tailwind as well, that means the 100 Thieves are going to direct their attention towards this C site.
And they clear into garage, and they do spam it. Yes, Ethan knows Curry can play that angle. They clear it out, but they back off, back over towards B. Still a lot of players outside of A, and Daze will walk up with a Frenzy. Not going to find anything. Steele will put him down. Now Asuna and Ethan through A link. Spider's going to challenge. He wins it. And still more to find.
Oh, the swing here from Ethan. Still Skadoodle pushes forward. Ethan with the 3K. The spike goes down. Automatic, the last player standing, but it's 100 Thieves territory as they'll get that spike planted and now just sit nice and cozy in the post plant. Automatic smoke up and running. He's got a paranoia as well. He's got a tall task, 1v4. You see the tendrils of 100 Thieves. They're starting to spread out.
The camera up 2 flashes as well. And still challenges right as the smoke drops. No chance for automatic there, and they pick up the frenzies. That T1 brought into that round. Nice pistol from 100 Thieves. The split. Well, that went a lot of different ways. They started off at A. We already got Spider dashing away. He spotted the info that they might have been coming A early. Then they push in the garage with the boom bot from Asuna. Then they back over towards B and just rush down towards A link while the rest of the players are pushing up sewers. So a nice split through another site entirely.
Steele also finds a pick to open up that idea again of hitting that A site. I think it was Curry that was pushing up a little bit forward alongside Spider. But now a new round, a new day, second round conversion here for 100 Thieves. T1 not going to force up. They'll wait for that third round to play the game, but still Spider once again. We'll have to see how often he plays towards his garage side, because this is the second time he's playing such a weird position that we don't normally get to see. The sight hit, it's quick, it's easy. It's also beautiful color girl. Skadoodle will also fall as well, down to just Curry. Last man standing, the anchor for the C site. It should be 100 Thieves round.
Dude, it feels like forever that we've gotten a Breach Mirror matchup in NA. Like, literally forever. We see it all the time in EU, but all I'm hearing is just the flashes over and over and over. They get exchanged. 100 Thieves wins the round pretty nicely, pretty easily. And we'll have a gun round now. Spider with a Phantom. No operator just yet. And it's a full bonus for 100 Thieves. This could be really, really nice for them. Not a single one of those guns lost, I believe. So,
yep.
If they do well here, they're going to start to roll in terms of economy, which was a different story for NRG. In that game, it was post-plant after post-plant after post-plant. So NRG, even though they lost a couple of rounds, were constantly buying back into those. And that ended up costing a lot. That ended up making the game really, really much closer than it should have. Just because of the economy. Quick garage control now for Asuna.
Also already used the Roomba to clear things out. The tripwire is broken, and that's going to trigger some T1 membership to rotate back around. The tripwire here for Spider over towards that garden side, but the hit's coming fast for Asuna. Flashbacks to get him in. But still waiting for those audio cues. Automatic in a lot of trouble. Nitro and Asuna will decimate. Now the 5v3. This is the gun round for T1 that is slowly slipping away.
Those flashpoints exchanged into completion, and Steel's on the flank, still holding Spider back. The bonus looks good. That last flash to take down the player in the back of sight. It's just so perfectly timed, and they even get Skadoodle back down as well. Garage control. So even if Dazed and Skadoodle found some sort of, long flank or something. Okay, Dazed. Okay, Dazed. He still has to save because only 22 HP and obviously time ticking. Steel is going fast for him, and he might actually be able to spot him if he exposes himself to the window.
But you thought the rivalry was done? Thought they were friends? Come on now! Come on now! Steel! The shot through the wood there, up in heaven, will find the frag. Regardless of how much damage Daze did, that was even more damaging for T1. They lost the gun round. That's 3 in a row. And as you highlighted in that second round, a flawless bonus, the economy is going to start to balloon so huge here for 100 Thieves.
Still obviously a chance to break. Really like that defense setup from Automatic and Curry on the C site. Double cage, Automatic lurks back over towards the double stack box in the back. And the delay, almost enough for him to pick up a couple, but that flash was just so perfect from Nitro. So perfectly timed, right as 100 Thieves came around the corner. And that's gonna hurt. Curry getting tagged the box.
A little bit of a respectful default here for 100 Thieves. Curry, he's getting bullied around a little bit, though, as you saw with that shot through the box. But he's got help now. Help is not going to be as strong as he would hope. 100 Thieves, they've done their early round homework. Now it's time to finally execute. Fault line towards sewers. Towards that B site. No one's going to bite. Utility going to be picked up. Drone to try to clear out the sewers side.
It's incredible how much noise you can make with just one breach player. Over towards the site. Look, everybody's gone. That camera not even being tagged. They're faking A and coming back towards C right away. Just because of one flash, a drone out from the Sova, and Asuna clears the back of site. They're going to be able to get the plant down. No more flashes. And he will plant all the way in the back. Maybe some time wasted. He might actually fall to the aftershock. Yes, Skadoodle's got him.
That's a great opening pick. Here's the ult as well from Dazed. Hunter's Fury finds its mark. Right onto Steel, down to the 3v5. Flash, Nitro is ready. There's Skadoodle on the opposite front, hides behind the cover. The shot's good. Hiko on the opposite front as well. Another shot's going to come easy to him for Ethan. Automatic's still going to participate down to the 1v2, but eventually T1 will fall, not before doing some heavy damage to 100 Thieves' economy.
Two things about that round. The fake from Nitro with just literally a flash pulling everybody over. Of course, they are going to rotate faster because they were only on sheriffs and basically low economy. A save round for them. So, of course, they want to stack over to the site and gamble a little bit there. But you saw Dazed, actually the first ult of the game online on the team that is 0-3 in that round. Now 0-4, but that almost turned the tides. Because of that 3K on the exit the round prior, and because Steel was able to chase him down, he got 4 ult points in just that one round. Could have turned the tides, but Asuna with the drone. Skadoodle tries to be a little cheeky by jumping through Sinatra-esque on the smoke, and he pays for it. They get garage control for it as well, and now a lot of ults available for 100 Thieves.
Well timed. Now the 4v5 ultimate's still here for 100 Thieves that they can use to break open a hit onto a site. Securing this round would continue that economic power that 100 Thieves have started to consume. A spirit bomb, if you will, of economy. Showstopper, Hunter's Fury, Spider here with the op. If this falls this round, that's going to be an expensive drop.
Dude, I'm saying Asuna just satchel around in the spawn while they rotate over. So there's this A side. And that is going to be where it's at. No noise this time except for an owl drone. And look at the position of Ethan. He's going to be able to smoke from over here. No. Straight up from the shadows into heaven. If he gets canceled, he's going to go back. No, he goes commit. He full commits. Asuna underneath, and he misses. Curry's here with 2.
Oh, just right the tip. Curry with 3. Can he find another? No, Hiko converts, but Ethan, he'll drop down to 84. The 2v3. Paranoia. Here's the swing. There's the player. There's darkness all around. It's Ethan. Headshot commits. The spike is being planted. Automatic with the backstab, but still one player remains. Automatic and Spider will take apart 100 Thieves and secure their first round of the half.
Curry with 3 from range down in the dark. And he makes it hurt for 100 Thieves on the late execute. Something that we expected to happen the round prior, but instead they went all the way back towards C. Did it a little bit earlier in the last one, though. And this one comes down to the final. Ethan, from the shadows all the way into heaven. I wonder if that lurk would have been actually better. In any case, he jumps out, and he had time for the 1v2, but not quite able to convert on the 2 kills that he needed. Wonder if this could be another garage control. No, it's gonna be a peek into mid this time. Asuna, you cannot. Spider's on top of the box. He tries to get the info, but he falls before it. They might challenge again with the breach flash.
They might here indeed. Jump peek for Steel. Pushes Spider off the angle, but he re-peeks. Shot's good onto Steel. He's gonna back away. Now the 5v3 is still gonna push on in. Ethan finally finds Spider, but the web remains. 100 Thieves are caught in the process. Aftershock will push them off the plant, and this B site's still not safe to get the spike down.
Curry on the big flank. They don't have space here. They don't have the knowledge. Only 3 left. Trying to get up in that B site, but Curry gets nitro and he doesn't peek for extra. Ethan now on site. Might be able to get the spike down and TP over towards A. There's a fault line out as well. He might just go for it. If he doesn't spot any more info, but unfortunately, Hiko's stuck. Daze grabs another as well. Automatic will clean it up. Spider's starting to feel himself. Curry's starting to feel himself. T1, while they lost the first 4, those last 2 look good. 100 Thieves, though, they went in that B site with confidence.
Yeah, they definitely did without using a lot of utility to clear the possible angles that Spider could be. And now they know he's got the op, he might be a little bit safer. Initially, we saw a lot of that Spider presence towards the A side. Well, guess what? It's back in action. Curry, back to the C site with you, no longer anchoring the A site. Mind you, that's where they found most of their success. But 100 Thieves might be surprised to see Spider on the peak here.
And that economic advantage for 100 Thieves wiped out. All the pressure on that side. Still will find Daze, though, early. Trying to peek down long A to help Spider get a pick. Neural theft out, though, and that actually might give them... Oh, Steel already knows. Steel already knows! Oh! He almost gets a second, but Spider responds. And it's all good. Paranoid coming in and rolling thunder.
The red carpet's out and Spider is down in the dust, but Skadoodle still here alive. 2 picks come easy automatic from heaven. And that's exactly where he's going to send Hiko. Down to the 1v2 Ethan, all on his lonesome. Still want to get the spike down here. Smoke will subside. Paranoia through just for the swing is good, but he's got his knife out. Curry cooking up a storm as T1 bring us 3-4.
The last round, Curry flanked the B window, so he expected the same sort of thing happening from Curry this time. Given that A site was being played from Spider and Daze, but the gamble does not work out. The calculated risk for Ethan. And 100 Thieves' economy is fully wiped. They're only on frenzies and pistols. A good attempt at an execute, but Skadoodle too strong, automatic too strong. The double peaks together at the same time, and he holds. Spider too, with the early entry onto Steel, who started to, push very, very fast. Another peek over out of A lobby again through the cage. They push him back, at least for now.
Should expect a little bit of a faster hit to come through for 100 Thieves, considering it is the eco round for them. Finally, that mountain of gold has been stolen by a couple of pesky hobbits.
But look at they pushed over towards A, but look at where Spider is. Spider peeking the door already early in the round. He has a dash, he could get away, no problem. He's gonna find one, yep, maybe go for more, no. Instead just walks away with no problem whatsoever. This Aldron will give info too. Actually, that site is open. They might be able to get a nice spike down if they get that info, but it doesn't actually clear the back site, so.
Spider still with the angle here. The action about to commence. Fault line does push him off the angle, but the blades come through. Automatic with 1. Should be around to clean up on. He actually manages to make it to plat as they're still blinded. Aftershock, not going to make it any easier. Spider goes up, has a couple of players caught in his web, but Hiko only managing to take down one as T1 will tie us up. Now the gun round for 100 Thieves. Do they answer back here to regain that lead? It's been 4 for 4 on both fronts.
And the momentum has shifted ever since that Days 3K where he tried to save his gun. That is when the tides changed for T1. That is when it ended up coming online. Next round, Itsy Bitsy Spider goes way up with the operator as well. So things are starting to look very good for T1. And 100 Thieves needs to find an answer back into this.
Now that water spout is icy. He's dripping. He's got the juice, and so does Dazed. Hunter's Fury to open up, trying to get a couple of tags, see where those players are, but won't find any frags. Flash off the angle here for Spider, but he can just re-peek it. If he takes a little bit of time, that was the bait. No one's going towards that A site.
Okay, the first shift here from 100 Thieves over towards C. Smoke already down on spawn, a Paranoia as well. Asuna's gonna get a lot of space. Ult in the back of sight as well, and Curry faces and loses to Asuna, still now left by himself in grass. Is there potentially a flash possible? No. He just goes around towards Spike, or towards B. Spike now planted, and they've got a setup to deal with the retake from T1.
4v5, Spike ticking. T1, the onus is on you to push in. It starts with a fault line, but how will the story end? Automatic, slow moving. It's the wraparound. But still, Steel is in a beautiful position. If you dare try to flank us, I will be your demise. Still, automatic smoke off towards that long side. Now the action starts to come through. Daze finds one, but Nitro will answer back. Spider still now having control of the site itself. T1 are slowly making their way in. Steel in with the flank. The shock dart. One more. Spider able to answer back. Except to have the shock dart. And Spider will fall. Hiko stalls for long enough. And 100 Thieves secure yet another round.
Oh my goodness, that half spike timing is so scary. When you know it's halved, you have to try. You have to try, and he doesn't barely make it with 52. Oh my god, 0.52 on the clock. That's a butt clencher. 100 Thieves, finally they break. 4 and 4 they go, and now 5-4. As we close this half, a couple more rounds left to go. So that was the shift, okay? They were pushing towards A lobby a lot in the last time. Pushing through that cage in a couple of different rounds. This time they take all the way up to cubby control on C. And because they find a gap, they just push it. Curry is there trying to face from a garage because they've been cheating a little bit more towards A. This time it's different the way that they approach it. Automatic pushes sewers. And that's going to be first contact on A. Hopefully you can get and find one because you already see Skadoodle rotating, but Asuna cleans him up, and now things are really interesting. That's the first entry twice now for 100 Thieves.
There's still a lot of membership here from T1. Smoke goes down for Ethan, but it's not going to do anything because already the players have crossed in. 100 Thieves, a little undecisive on where they want this spike to go. Showstopper available, but nothing else is really in the tank in terms of what ultimates can be expended this round. So Asuna, if he really wants to break open onto the site, he needs to find a pick. It'd be lovely if it's 2, but he needs to find one. Recon bolt. Not going to spot them out. Here's the swing from Skadoodle. He's down with a headshot still. 2 members here on the site with Curry now starting to rotate over. Spider with the shot, the angle, but it's not enough. But Dazed right out the window. He's going to find 2, but still the 3v3 Bala.
Absolutely beautiful hold from Dazed and Spider there. Spider peeking down below, Dazed from heaven. They stack up on each other, and 100 Thieves has no response to it. They lose a couple, but they still have space on C because of Ethan's lurk, maintaining this presence. That might have been the play the entire time. Now this 3v3 will start off. He's going to spot. Can he TP out? No, he's going to face. Curry will take him out. Now 100 Thieves deep. I don't know if there's any cages left or what, but it is planted for them.
Nitro. It's really up to him. Hiko's just going to delay, but it's being diffused. It's up to have Hiko through the smoke. One more, give it to him. 100 Thieves up by 2.
The 100 Thieves Boomer duo combines again. Every single time I feel like these guys are alive, they will make it work in the clutch. 6-4 now. 2 rounds in a row. 2 round successes on the C side. That one was dangerous, though, because it started off towards A. Spider and Daze with a beautiful setup. Heaven and down on default. Gets 2, but they're not fast enough on the rotate. They're not fast enough to actually maintain the C side. And that is what is so tricky about this Haven. Odin bot, or Ares bot for steal.
Are you surprised?
Back to his old tricks. Yeah, I'm not at all. Once again, Asuna wins the fight over towards A. Last time it was automatic and not Spider. So T1 lose all momentum, it feels like, for 3 rounds in a row. Early in the round, first blood goes to 100 Thieves.
Curry, once again, you're tasked with holding down the C side. And I know it's not easy. 100 Thieves, they've been bullying you, tagging you through the box, getting rid of your traps. But Automatic is here to save the day. A great angle, but the TB will be easily punished from Asuna. Still the 3v5. T1 will find one in Skadoodle, but still one more. The Curry's, ooh, not good enough though, as Ethan will trade. Aftershock for Ethan has to escape. But 2v3, a little bit more doable now for T1, but still the weapons are less than ideal. Oh, now things are starting to come up. Millhouse, dazed, finds one. Ethan with the cross here. The shot's good, down to the 1v2. But now, the Hunter's Fury, it tags one. Dazed is going to be able to find at least one for now, but now it's the 1v1. Ethan trying to push up through garage. Things have slowed down, but the swing is about to come. There's the shock dart, the swing, and Ethan, well timed, as the arrow will not come through for Daze, and 100 Thieves will be up by 3.
Aggressive for Ethan, too. His fight was down on C, and he goes for the fight anyways in the 1 versus 1. He goes for it outside of garage, and for good reason. Daze not necessarily expecting him to peek off of that shock dart instead. 3 in a row for 100 Thieves. That time was interesting. That was T1 executing down mid. Automatic was in a precarious position, and his team tried to bail him out. Instead of just TPing away, because moments after that, they could have peeked the window. So they commit to the fight. Curry through the door. Skadoodle up at the top. There you go. There you go. But that might be actually purchased now for Austin to go up. C, thankfully, there's a cage at the wire as well. Drone through. They're going to go for it.
Curry's in a great spot. Finds one. Can he find another? He can. Automatic's there to help. Still the swing. Nitro will pick up the slim pickings off the floor, but Automatic is there as well. The Hunter's Fury all down to Hiko in a 1v3. We've seen him pull off some magic before, but it's difficult now. It's different. It's Spider. It's Automatic. It's Dazed. Shock Dart coming through. Not going to tag anybody. Still, now the Owl Drone comes through. This is where matters get even worse, but he doesn't get tagged. The Recon Bolt's going to spot him out. Shock Dart's going to make it worse. 94 HP. One on the plat. That's the first swing. Blades don't connect. One more around the corner. They're stacking. Hiko with one. Hiko with 2. One more available, and he's got 40 seconds. He knows where Spider is. But now, time has passed. He needs to reswing. Spider's there, and he finds him. That was a little too close for comfort, ladies and gentlemen. What a round for T1.
What a half, too. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we get the conclusion of this absolutely amazing game.
We thought the turning point round for Dazed, finding that gorgeous 3K was going to be enough for T1, but 100 Thieves still snake away a slight lead as we now move on into the second half pistol. An opportunity here, Bala, for T1 to tie us up with that first and second round conversion off the pistol.
A couple of clutches to respond to the 4-round streak that T1 put on, and from none other than Hiko and Nitro. Both Nitro and Skadoodle playing Breach, the mirror matchup, and it's been explosive and blinding at times. Spider gonna go quick up. Nitro's here to respond. He only has a classic. There's a frenzy. It doesn't matter for the burst. Ethan also stuck. Nade's coming out. Not gonna do too much. They're actually on the site though. Skadoodle in the back line.
Oh, with the frenzy of all things, but Hiko's also there. A little bit separated. Now, the defense, they're going to be pushing in from the side that the offense probably don't expect. Daze does spot one, but does he know Asuna is still there? They've got to deal with Hiko. They've got to deal with Steel. So far, it's not going to work out onto Steel, but still 2 members remain. Automatic's got good juice here with the classic. Now, Shock Darts come through. They're low, they're injured, they're down and out, and they're down bad, but Automatic is still alive. Both members still severely injured, but the smoke is going to make matters worse, but it's Hiko, ladies and gentlemen. as 100 Thieves come out with the win on the pistol.
It feels like a different story for 100 Thieves here in Challengers 3. It feels like they are hitting their clutches. That was the kind of story in Challengers 2, was they were losing almost every single one of them. You remember against LG, they were losing them to Moose. They were losing them against Sentinels as well. So many different styles here being employed as well. Skadoodle and Nitro was the mirror matchup that I wanted to mention because both of them are champions in their own right. And both of them right now have been putting so much impact on the rest of the team. Yes, they might stand at the bottom of the leaderboard, both of them. Not the game that Skadoodle had against NRG, but still, you could see everything revolves around some of their flashpoint usages. And on pretty short notice for Nitro as well. It feels like only a week since we found out that they'd be switching him off of the Omen.
Yeah, and for all things, a chance to qualify for Masters. He gets, I wouldn't say a week of practice. He might have been practicing other agents in rank. Who knows, right? But we put into that world in the competitive play. The action, though, gonna start things off here in the garage side as 100 Thieves will bunker down and eliminate the invasion. 2 members down here for T1, but they're gonna try again potentially at this garage push.
So well read, though, from 100 Thieves to have 3 players here. I think you obviously have the camera down over there from Steel, and maybe a couple peeks towards A lobby indicating that it's going to be grass or C. Asuna left, maybe on his own. No, Nitro's still here. Ooh, that was almost cool. That was almost really cool. Automatic with the flank on garage from C. But instead, he gets shut down. Asuna's aware. He falls, but 100 Thieves stay alive with 4.
That was so close. The fact that Automatic got that amount of space, they were all bunkered down in garage, waiting for them to push in like a couple of golds. But Automatic wrapped around from the long side. And if he finds Asuna there, then they can push in and swing on the other member that's up in the window. And then that's a completely different round. But alas, 100 Thieves up by 4. The gun round not going to be coming in here for T1. As that was that a little bit of a force up that we saw? That's
had to be
a little dangerous now with potentially 100 Thieves now going up to double digits after this one.
Sheriffs again on the round for T1. Goes spotting in towards mid. Have the trap bar in the front of B, so you expect him to give it up and play more towards Asuna. But also giving up C and no garage presence at all. I mean, sure, they're in the window, but they can't even spot if anybody comes out of C. Oh no. There's Ethan all the way down to the covey. I didn't even spot that. He's so close. The attackers. Could get awkward if a lot of players end up flooding up C-Long, but for now it doesn't look like it's the case. It looks like they want to go again for the garage play. Hiko is in the window. Spider will one sheriff him down. Automatic gets the kill on the Ethan too, though. That's on the cubby. C is open right now. Asuna has to hold on if they want this round.
And he's got the flank coming in here from Automatic, but he decides to back away. This is 100 Thieves pulling their membership for this potential C hit. They lost 2 members. They lost Ethan, they lost Hiko. It makes sense to pull some of that membership off and leave Steel to anchor down the A site. But with caster vision, we know that is where T1 is headed. This was supposed to be a round that 100 Thieves had the potential to bunker down, get that bonus. But this is
this camera the entire round. This entire time. Just sitting in the corner in the camera, he's got the judge!
Oh. That is juicy. Nitro, alongside Asuna, still going to try to retake the site. Spike's still not planted. They can delay for as long as they want as the Spike is out in a difficult spot. They're just going to try to go for frags here, but of course, Nitro going to be the only one to fall. This was looking like a great round for T1, but Steel, just the gatekeeper there, staying in the camera the whole time, but it pays off with that judge play.
Recovery, too, the way he actually held W key all the way through, actually put down the spike deeper than they anticipated. It was on the breach all the way back. Yep, there it is, and Daze has to continue fighting as there's flashpoints coming out from Nitro, too, so they hang on. Remember, that was a 3 versus 5. They started that round losing Hiko. They started that round losing Ethan. Way down in the C cubby. We do have guns now for T1. Ooh. That's dirty.
It did
Spam
tag
down
Spider.
through sewers. Yeah,
it tagged Spider, yeah.
Really dirty.
He's a little low now. You don't get to see that too often. Most teams just hold the default on the defense, but You love to see those types of spray angles. There's actually one from the courtyard cubby into garage, which is crazy. I've seen Average Jonas pull that off in a game or two. But that is very difficult. It's very hard to use because you're so out in the open in that courtyard. Anybody could come in from the attacker side through the window and just take care of you easily. But automatic, he's going to initiate this hit. Now the spike is going to be planted, and it's 100 Thieves in the retake, completely unaware of this hit.
Had slow to come back as well. Nitro has to clear the flank. Little does he know there's nothing there at all. The flank coverage is all the way back long A. Everybody else playing on site, so this could be different because they're not playing off of site. So that means they have to win the fights early, because if they don't, it's going to be all left to just Curry. Here's the couple flash exchange. He's going to drop out steal. Yes, he gets one.
He finds one at least. Asuna goes deep, but he gets taken care of by automatic. And now as they start to funnel through, you find a couple more. Nitro cut with his robot arm out. Now down to Hiko with the Hunter's Fury, but there's no time. Finds the upgrade, but cannot find the escape. Neither will Dazed either, and T1 will trail 100 Thieves with 4 rounds to narrow that gap.
Important there for T1 to stop the bleeding early in the second half. It was 7-5 to start things off, but 3 rounds in a row for 100 Thieves because of the decision for T1 to force into that, but getting stomped on that. So economy slightly rolling. 100 Thieves up 4 right now. Not the biggest of gaps, so don't you worry right now if you're a T1 fan. And it is low eco actually for 100 Thieves. Didn't notice the Guardians. Didn't notice the Sheriffs. Exchange of fault lines down long. See, there's a flashpoint out. That signals the execute.
Nitro, he's ready, he's prepared. He's only got a Sheriff though, but it doesn't matter when Asuna's got the showstopper. They'll start to funnel in, and he's still gonna survive despite now the paint shells as well. He's gone airborne temporarily, but now the 3v5, this broken buy for 100 Thieves is still coming up well. But now, Nitro in a tough spot. Aftershock's gonna have to make him peek out the plat. That's gonna be Dazed that'll pick that one up, but still the spike. They've got it, but they want the seaside hit. There's 3 members here. The Hunter's Fury to try to take them apart. Not gonna find the tag, but still finds Dazed. Now the upgrade. Still can down long. There is Curry on the opposite front. He does get tagged. They'll find 2. Now it's just down to Asuna. He's only got a frenzy. He needs to grab walk on over to pick up that Guardian, but T1 wrap over to the A site.
Why are they facing so much down long C here? They got the man advantage. They pushed them off the site. They held. But they go for the challenge, trying to find all the guns. This time now they're pushing all the way down A. Asuna left all alone. Yeah, he used a showstopper already too. So difficult situation. Thankfully Curry's very low, and they don't know. Is this going to be coming from behind them? Skadoodle's going to cover that. And Curry left alone actually on the site. Asuna could walk all the way out. Thankfully there's a camera to spot him, and they now know.
Alt line's going to make things a little bit more difficult, but still, nobody swings. Curry. Is he anticipating the wraparound? Fortunately not. Skadoodle and Curry were ready for that angle. If he wrapped around the other way, he could have taken that 1v1, and then it would have been down to Skadoodle and Asuna.
That was awkward. That was awkward because the fault line came from down long A. You don't know whether he's going to actually push over towards sewers or not. You don't know actually where the spike planter was, Curry in that case, if he actually went over towards sewers. But instead he just stays. Well played from Skadoodle to back all the way down long A and use that fault line. Very well. Good post plant setup, and T1 again with another one. Wondering how 100 Thieves responds. Only trap wires on the A site, and we saw how well Steel was executing that, especially in overtime against NRG. Just to get that spike down. The spike planter down, excuse me. He's going to run back over there and play that heaven spot. Still nothing really positioned for T1. Where are they going to go on the side? It looks like an owl drone up all the way to sewers. They clear the close angles. They know that it's going to be a retake here.
And it's really been 100 Thieves that have played quite passively on this A site. This isn't the first round. They've heavily stacked towards other sides of the map, and that's going to put Curry in a tougher spot. knowing that the A site was relatively clear, his presence in towards B was a little bit difficult to hold. Steel, he's ready. He's got the Odin.
So aware, man.
Oh,
But it doesn't matter.
way!
That's beautiful. The trap wire down in hell. Oh my goodness, Steel, that was amazing. Switching things up too, you realize that that's actually playing in the cubby. 100 Thieves still has a chance though. It's a man advantage. Austin's gonna go. Yes, the blind, the perfect timing. He satchels over. And he's gonna face even more. 100 Thieves put that push down instantly, starting off with Steel.
7-11 T1 were wishing for that A site to be a quick and clean hit, hoping to just secure the round, but now 100 Thieves are 2 away from securing map 1. Ladies and gentlemen, may I remind you the stakes. The loser is done. No more Master's Dream for you. And the winner, while still having to go through tough opponents, they'll have to face off against either TSM or Luminosity and still not have the ability to qualify. A big, deep gauntlet for either team here.
And what better time to pull out the big brain plays than now, Steel. Beautiful. The trap wire to kind of show, hey, it's going to be the normal thing that I do, but instead down in hell. And he's ready with the Odin. He's play from Ethan peeking over top of the smoke. It's not going to work out. Also, mind you, don't forget that peek in mid. That was so well timed to push out a garage from Skadoodle. He saw somebody up on grass peeking in towards B. That was Curry. They flash and push out a garage, take him out, and that's the flank. They can play that retake much, much faster in that case.
Steel, are you going to have that same moment? The judge is here. The cage is here. No! Curry comes up bigger. Spider pushes forward, finds his Nitro, and this sight hit is masterful.
Unbelievable. Had Nitro just waiting, possibly to use his ult, depending on what we saw from from Steel pushing through that cage, but doesn't work a second time, and it's an insta-save for 100 Thieves. Daze is already on the hunt. If he finds a couple, this could be huge. But you have to remember, economy for T1 almost just as important of him doing damage right now. If he does a decent amount of damage, that might be a boon going to the next rounds.
Uh-oh.
Nice shoulder.
Spotted. Now he's in a little bit of a tougher spot than he had initially anticipated. The duel against Asuna. Okay, gets the headshot. He is adding some serious damage. Recon Bolt to try to tag a couple of more members. On the opposite front is Hiko, but he gets the plat and the swing just before the smoke subsides. Hiko will find it. T1 now, they'll find that round. Still nipping at the toe heels. The heel here for 100 Thieves.
It's funny because you could tell that Daze did not want anything. After he got that first pick, he was like, yeah, I don't actually want to fight here anymore. The smoke came down. He was like, yes, I got a chance to run away. But, of course, you always get that one sign of, yeah, this is hope. And then ending up getting just tagged to the smoke. T1 still has money to buy into this. Oh, actually, light armor for 2. Okay, there you go. Skadoodle got heavy armor there. The last second is a flash and dash from Asuna, though. Down long C, a drone to push automatic out of position, and he gets the recon pulled at the same time. Well executed, and that's it. He's teleporting. Yes, he got away.
What happened to... How does he get out of there? He used everything, TP after TP, and how much utility did 100 Thieves commit to that push? They know that there had to have been at least 2, potentially 3. What do T1 do in response to that?
Flashpoint, boom bot, double satchel. All now tools that we've seen 100 Thieves actually use to retake perfectly. But they did get a lot of HP down. Spider now also very low too. Did not get spammed. That would have been absolutely awful. 2 players now low. I wish Skadoodle was playing Sky, but no, this is too beautiful. Oh, look at this double re-push down long C. They re-aggro. That's the information now. They could play it. They could cheat so hard, and Steel's in a position again to go for it from the shadows as well to regroup. Another spam from Steel. Are you kidding me with this? Is this real? Another one. This man is unstoppable with these plays.
Spam out the cam. Now the camera comes up, sees the planter. It's Skadoodle 3v4. Shot darts starting to come through, but that's a lot of damage, but Steel still gonna save him. He drops down, steals away the ace. Automatic's gonna not allow that to happen, but he's all on his lonesome. 13 HP. As soon as he pops out the smoke, doesn't even need to. and 100 Thieves on match point.
And all on the backs of Steel, and that with a 4K on the round. 3 of them without even seeing the opponent. At least through actual line of sight in this case.
Right here.
He's got the scans from Hiko's Recon Bolt. He's got the scans from his trapwires. And he'll make it count. Match point for 100 Thieves on map number 1. Next up, we go to Icebox, T1's pick. This is 100 Thieves' pick. But it's not over just yet. T1 hoping to have something left to say. They do have a couple of rifles in this one. Actually 4. Light armor on 1 person. Then last person on Sheriff as well. Ultimate's available though. Actually, no, that's 100 Thieves. Only 1. It's automatic. He's on the lurk. Down sewers. They haven't quite done this yet. Just walk up. And because of the way they're retaking, they could actually walk all the way out. Every single round at the beginning. If they caught on to this, they could walk way, way, way out.
Steal. Still here. Cameras towards the mid side though. That's a little bit problematic because he doesn't have the ability to tell what's happening on the site. That's a little bit of an awkward smoke. What's it doing there? And Asuna's gonna find another one. This could be the nail in the coffin, and the hammer keeps hitting. Asuna with another down to 2. Could be the match point here for 100 Thieves. That's gonna be another to seal the fate. All down to Skadoodle, but he won't be Skadaddy to close out the map. All down to him in the 1v5. There's the showstopper, and it's a flawless round to close out map number 1 for 100 Thieves.
What a finish on that defensive side. They completely wipe everything there. Steal